I can't do this anymore. Oh no. Oh, Keffal. Keffal, Kuihman. Oh no. Stealing that joke. Sorry, bro. That's okay, Nick. Go for it.
If you've been wondering why you haven't been seeing me on camera recently, it's because I've been going through kind of a dark time. It's been hard to be on camera and to talk about things, but I kind of just want to lay it all out there. If you're unaware, this is the year anniversary, just a bit over a week now, of everything that happened last year, of when I had to go to rehab. And I know I was the butt of a lot of jokes.
Wait, is she going back to rehab? Is she back in rehab? What's happening?
For having to go to rehab. But the honest truth about that was I was in an incredibly dark place. I was so close to losing my life last year because I did not want to be alive anymore, and I was doing every drug that I could find in order to numb that pain, in order to make that feeling go away, because I didn't feel like there was any hope for my future. And when I was in rehab, I proposed to a girl. She lived in Ireland, and I made the decision to move here. And now I call Ireland my home. And I was really happy for that opportunity, not only because...
Okay, can you guess the fucking point? The SSRI ramble is driving me nuts. Can we... What is going on? I literally just say that I read description, check pinned comment. I feel like I'm inevitably going to get, lol, why do they talk so slow? Comments. One of the symptoms of depression I experience is called psychomotor retardation, which causes my emotional and physical reactions to slow down. If you experience this, there is help for it.
I love her deeply, but because I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to get away from all of the horrible memories, all of the shattered hopes and broken dreams that I associate with my hometown. And I took that opportunity. And I'm really fortunate to call Ireland my home. It's a beautiful country, but this has been...
So how does anyone take this shit seriously? It's like the 6th one of these videos she's made. Like, maybe even more. There might actually be more. It may be more than that. I've seen this exact setup for a video. Guys, my life is going terribly. I need to take some time off of streaming. I'm going to need some financial support. She's done... how many times have I seen this Keffals video? This exact Keffals video. I think I catch them within an hour of them being uploaded every time. I think I'm always live when they get posted. It feels like I'm always watching these.
An incredibly hard anniversary for me. And this isn't related at all, by the way, to any of the drama. Like, this has nothing to do with Bosch.
It's totally unrelated. It's got nothing to do with the ongoing series of investigations by several massive YouTubers into what I did with the $100,000 that I raised from a GoFundMe, asking the trans community for help with a swatting and doxing attempt that forced me to relocate. It's nothing to do with that, guys. Just in fact, I won't even... It's so not to do with that I won't mention that. I'll just mention the Vosh stuff. I'll mention that stuff. We'll mention the other drama with someone else so that I don't even have to acknowledge that there's an investigation into the 100K in my video. That's how not relevant any of that stuff is. None of that has any relevance, and she's not sweating. It's got nothing to do with Bob Posting, the owner of the DIY HRT website, being convicted of bank robbery within the last week. It's got nothing to do with that. None of those things have any relevance, so we just won't mention them.
Vosh fucked up. I'm not defending him. He can defend himself on the ways that he messed up. And I'm pretty sure Ethan Klein is currently in some sort of drama because he mocks someone who set themselves on fire. I honestly haven't been keeping up. I don't care. I'm making this video because, like, I don't like not being authentic. I don't like not being real with my audience. I've always hated being inauthentic. I've always hated hiding who I am. And the risk that I run by being vulnerable like this, because I know the moment this video is going to go out, I am going to be relentlessly mocked. Go check the comment section, like, as soon as this video goes out. And fuck, give it a like too, if this means something to you. Because I appreciate it. I appreciate every single person who I have helped in any way throughout all the years I've been a content creator. I have suffered so much in the last several years of doing this. I have been doxxed, I've been swatted, I've been hacked. I've had people show up outside of my house. Like, it has been... It has been hell, but it has been so...
Yes, you've told us, we know. Literally the only reason anyone knows who you are is as the trans doxing victim. That is literally your identity, is the trans doxing victim. That's what you are. Yes, we know. We know. It's the defining point of your career, is that you were doxed and swatted. It's the only thing anyone gives a fuck about you for. It's the only reason anyone pretended to like you. Anyone in the mainstream pretended to like you for 6 months was because you're a convenient tool against the Nazi cyber stalking website. That's apparent to anyone. So yeah, we know you've been doxed and swatted. The sympathy card isn't really working anymore because you pissed everyone off too much.
Rewarding. And I don't want to ever have to stop just because people give me a hard time. Because I know that I'm making a difference. And I know that a lot of people respect me for all of the things I've done. Throughout all of my fuck-ups. Throughout all of the bad decisions that I've made. And I don't think I'm perfect. Of course I've made mistakes. But I'll always do my best to own that. I'll always do my best to try to be better. And part of that is
when have you ever done that? When have you ever done that?
And just saying where I'm at right now. And saying what I want for the future of my channel and my content in general, and how I want to change, how I interact with my audience. There's gonna be some changes. I can't live stream anymore. For the foreseeable future, I just can't do it anymore. Live streaming is honestly, I think, made me a worse person. I think like the live streaming environment has made me paranoid because it is a format where people have unlimited access to troll and harass you. And you can only take so much of that before it gets under your skin. And I've also felt like I've been stuck in this cycle of just endlessly churning out slop that I'm not even proud of. You know, it's just stuff that within a day or two, no one cares about. It just comes and goes so quickly that none of it feels meaningful, and a lot of it doesn't feel like it has any rewatch value at all. And I really want to make stuff that has more meaning than that. I want to be able to put more thought into what I'm doing.
But wasn't this the point of your like Scared Awake channel? Wasn't that the point of that channel? Wasn't that the point of her doing that? But she's already given up on that. She's already given up on that side project. So I don't understand. So what's she gonna do now? What's she gonna do? What's the plan? It's just making. Is it just gonna be breadtube video essays? Is that all she's doing? She's announcing that she's moving to gay trans video essays. Is that what's happening? Or is that actually any real shift in content?
Even if it makes me less money, even if I get less views for doing it, I want to be fulfilled in what I'm doing. I have this channel that you're all watching this video on right now, and I'm going to be putting short form and long form video essays on it. I'll also do videos like this if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Honestly, I know that things need to change. I'm gonna be seeing a psychiatrist soon. I had a situation when I moved here.
You're not already seeing a psychiatrist? Are you not like one of these people that's all fucked up in the head? Are you not like on loads of you've got money, you've got drug abuse issues. Why are you not already seeing a psychiatrist? You're like one of these fucked up people. You're like one of the ones that are fucked up in the head who would like run a podcast where they talk about how their parents were mean to them week in, week out. You're like one of those people. You should be seeing like a good Jewish psychiatrist already. Why are you not? I just don't understand. Like, now she's seeing a psychiatrist. 2 years after the doxing, swatting, drug addiction, coke benders. Like, now you're seeing a psychiatrist. It's just very confusing. The Discord is discord.gg/Kuihman. We have a vanity URL. So there's no command, but just discord.gg/Kuihman will get you there, okay?
Here, that the antidepressant that I was on for a really long time, it wasn't approved for use in Ireland.
No, we didn't do Rhizome. Look, I wanted to do Rhizome. I want to do Rhizome, but my issue is it's just too easy for him to ignore me. I don't want him to ignore me. I hate this guy. I hate Rhizome. Let's pull up Rhizome's stream real quick. Actually, no, let's finish this video. We'll talk about how much I hate Rhizome in a minute.
And now that I'm in
we'll finish
a
this
depressive
first.
episode
again,
I realize I need help. So I'm going to be seeing a psychiatrist pretty soon to deal with that and to try to feel okay again. It's going to be a bit of a journey, but I know I'm going to be okay. I have a lot of people who care about me, and I'm starting to feel like I have a sense of hope again. As for my live channel, I'm going to keep it to shorts if I do go back to live streaming. And I'm still working on Scared Awake. I'm still going to be releasing a video every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'll leave it in
every
the description if you want to subscribe.
This is your full-time job. You could probably be producing content a bit quicker than that, I feel like.
It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but horror content has always been like a really big special interest of mine. And if I can get that off the ground, that would be really cool. I'm just going to keep chipping away at it, because if it does get off the ground and I can make that work, that's awesome. And if it doesn't, I'm enjoying doing it. And that's what matters. Being able to create stuff and put stuff out in the world that matters means a lot.
Sorry, so this person can take off a bunch of time from their actual main streaming career, or quit their main streaming career and go start working on a horror passion project on the side for basically no money. They've got the freedom to do that, and they expect me to feel sorry for them in any way. You're expecting me to be like, oh, I'm so sorry it's happened. I can't believe that you have to take time off of streaming Keffals, off of sitting in front. I can't believe you have to take time off of sitting in front of a camera and watching other people's content to go and make content of your own that you enjoy making. Oh my god, I feel so bad for you. Streaming just must be so hard. I hate this fucking bitching and whining. Because it's not that fucking hard, is it, really? Like, imagine if I got on and was like complaining about the trolls being mean. It's like, you guys aren't gonna give a fuck, are you? It'd be embarrassing. It'd be embarrassing. I'd feel ashamed of myself. I feel fucking ashamed. Come on, it takes a lot of work reading off decade-old creepypastas like the Russian sleep experiment. That hasn't been done over 1,000 times already. We've been bitching about the Capboy allegations constantly. I don't bitch about any. Listen, I've got no. All the memes. Kuihman heart Keffals content. I wouldn't quite say that, Melanie. I'm not a massive consumer of Keffals content. If you've noticed, I cover it typically only when she's having a breakdown. That's the good Keffals content, okay?
Being vulnerable like this is honestly terrifying, but I really want to be. I really appreciate being able to be this vulnerable. I've never tried to hide the facts from my audience. I've been pretty transparent. I've always struggled with mental health issues. I've been diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, major depressive disorder. I've tried to take my own life before. I've been in psychiatric hospitals. I went to rehab. Multiple members of my family also took their own lives. And there are people, when they see me talk about this stuff, they mock me for it. But honestly, I think
that's fucked up.
It takes strength to speak openly about these things, because the alternative is that you don't. And personally, I know a lot of people who would still be in this world today and would still be in my life if they talked about it. So thank you for giving me that opportunity.
That's terrible, sir. That's really terrible. That's really terrible. I can't believe people mock that. That's fucked up. Keffals just released a new video whining and crying about how difficult it is being trans, so...
Wait, another one?
Yeah, another 7-minute video.
What's her strategy? Is it really just like
bitch and whine, bitch and whine. Yeah, basically.
But it's not gonna work. Nobody fucks with you anymore.
No, nobody gives a fuck, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. Ain't nobody give a fuck.
I'd like to address the elephant in the room. She's not as ugly and masculine as she was.
Yeah, Starler, remember, you can say whatever you want right now, okay? I'm not going to say crazy stuff because I value my reputation to some extent.
I wanted to come in.
You won't damage my channel. You won't damage my channel right now, so you are actually just totally unchained and can kind of say whatever the fuck you want.
Chad, do you see what he's doing? He's setting me before the most disgusting, inhuman trans person and saying, "Go ahead,
dude.
Go ahead, boy.
Do your worst. Do your worst."
Fucking attack dog, and I don't appreciate being his attack dog.
For a Mandingo fighter, I believe they call them.
This is even worse. I don't like that one more. What the fuck?
Video from the other day. I have a lot of thoughts that I want to put out there about it. The reaction to it was honestly quite interesting, and not in the way that I think you would expect. So if you didn't watch the video is basically me saying that I've been struggling with mental health issues, something that I have not really made a secret over the last several years of my career, and that it's increasingly hard for me to live stream for a couple reasons. One of those reasons is because it's a live environment, people harass me.
Yo, no shot. I still get the kick of Game Rage from Destiny. Let's fucking go.
Christ.
Welcome, DGGers. Welcome. We're just here. Listen, we might get along for a bit. We might get along, okay? I'm shitting on Keffals. All right?
Say something funny about Erudite.
Say something funny about Erudite. She's a reptilian. I caught her blinking one eye at a time, and she does it horizontally too. It's fucked up. I hate saying it. Say Obama. Kill yourself. Unfunny. Thank you for the raid, though, Destiny. Thank you. Kankelmore, thank you for hooking it up, I guess.
Anyways.
Well, I mean, I guess the top two maybe weren't streaming or something. Who knows? I just defaulted to it.
Yeah, number 3. Yeah, look at you.
Destiny said you're probably his number one hater. I'm not his number one hater at all. That's just not true in any fucking way.
Yeah, people want to kill that guy in it.
Yeah, there are people who want to kill that guy. Come on. I do hate DGG. I do hate all of you. You guys, I hate you. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of you should be in prison, quite frankly.
All right. Stylo and Bug are the two in the call here. They're community members, Chad's community, my community. So that's who's on the call. We're gonna get back into the Keffals content, I guess. Let's go.
Quite a bit. They have full access to be able to do that in a way that other formats like YouTube videos, they do not have that kind of access. It's incredibly
I'm not live on YouTube right now, no.
Emotionally taxing to hide symptoms of depression. One of the things that I suffer from, which I'm sure this video will get, which I feel like this video might even get demonetized.
What the fuck is this schizophrenic editing, dude? That was like so out of nowhere.
Just cut it out.
Of depression.
So
one of the things that I suffer from, which I'm sure this video will get,
dude,
I feel like this video might even get demonetized if
I you just cut out the psychomotor retardation symptoms instead of putting in horrific skin crawling buzzer noises. over the top of them. That'd be great, Keffals. You are an experienced YouTuber at this point.
To actually say it out loud, so I'll just put it on the screen. It is a symptom that causes my speech to slow down, causes my emotional...
Oh, so it is that you straight away! Dude, I have schizo precog.
Retard. You cannot pay me to put the word retard below my face.
Dude,
I
literally...
crazy?
Schizo precog came in there. Spidey senses tingling, just...
If I were to actually say it out loud, so I'll just put it on the screen. It is
kill yourself now, dude. Fuck you.
So now calls of violence are okay.
That's different. That's different. That's different.
Right after Black History Month.
Listen, Jews don't celebrate that shit. Okay.
It's a symptom that causes my speech to slow down, causes my emotional reactions to slow down. I also experienced something called fibrofog, which is a symptom of fibromyalgia, which makes it so it's harder for me to react as quickly.
Let's go. Chronic fatigue. Let's go.
Holy shit.
Triple whammy. DID? Why not? Like, careful, just stack them on. Fuck it. The invisible illnesses. Let's go. This is huge. This is new levels of social justice points.
Lyme disease.
Chronic Lyme disease. Chronic pain.
Quickly as I would like to. And this has been often a thing that people have mocked me for consistently, even though these are things that I'm not making a conscious decision to do. So getting to the point of this video, I'm sure you saw the like to dislike ratio, which, again, thank you all so much for your support.
Wait, she's complaining about having 600 dislikes?
Bro, which,
again, thank you all so much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. But it's kind of crazy how many hate watchers that I have. Like, people who go out of their way.
I got 600 dislikes on my video, guys. Fucking feel bad for me. I'm going to kill myself over this.
Disliking a video is like the most low effort interaction with content ever.
It's so...
You literally just click on the video, click a button and leave.
It's like the least upsetting form of like negative attention online too. It's like a dislike is like you get comments telling you to kill yourself, you could get doxxed, you could get all sorts of negative attention online. But a fucking dislike, this is what you're bitching and crying about, Keffals.
And she's baited it every fucking turn as well. Like, who hasn't she gone after in the last couple of months? Like,
exactly. Yeah. Like, you've got so much negative attention, you start saying you kill yourself in a video. Like, what the fuck do you expect to happen? Yeah, people are going to be like, go, fucking go for it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
In order to negatively engage with me, even when it has absolutely nothing to do with any of the things that they are supposedly upset about. I wanted to show you all like some of the absolutely deranged comments that were in the replies of this. And again, this is a video about mental health.
We're doing hate comments? This segment should have died in like 2020, dude. I swear YouTubers stopped doing this shit years ago.
Because it never goes the way they want it to.
Well, it's not just that it doesn't go the way they want it to. It's like it looks pathetic too. Like sitting there doing a whole video where you just obsess over the bad things people are saying about you. Like you look like a fag. Like, let's be real.
Well, that's not the only thing that gives that away.
This doesn't have anything to do with trans people or trans issues whatsoever. People continuously try to bring it back to this point. My moderators...
This nigga need to start putting makeup on in the video.
So I don't have any of these comments to show you.
What the fuck?
One of the ones that I saved down, like, less than 3 minutes after the video...
I think
Total Drama Island fan?
I think she used to use filters on her streams, like face filters, and she's not at the moment. I think that's what it is. Because she was looking like way slimmer when she was streaming.
Went live can really demonstrate how absolutely bizarre some of these comments were. This is someone who is openly saying that they hope that I unalive myself.
This is some like brown woman.
Even understand like what drives a person to behave like this in the first place. I have never gone out of my way to dislike bomb a video of another creator or like leave negative comments in the replies.
But you would try to take down Kiwi
my own stuff and my own community. I don't give a
fuck. Stepped away for 2 fucking seconds. I hear her say, "I've never gone out of my way to dislike bomb a video." And your whole thing is ratioing. Like your whole thing is directing large amounts of negative attention towards people online. That's your whole thing. That's what you're known for. What fucking lie is this?
Now I know what some of you are gonna say. Kufel Clara, Sorrenti, Keffal. why are you engaging with all of these hate comments? Stop engaging with the negativity. And it's like, I agree with you. Like, I couldn't even bring up most of these comments because I have my moderators remove most of the incredibly bigoted comments that I get on literally every single video I have ever uploaded to YouTube. But the reason why I wanted to show this in the first place was to talk about how much of an impact that has. It literally just is so nasty and such a pervasive part of my life, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, if I engage with it, it gets worse. If I ignore it, people see it as a challenge to actually harass me more because they want me to engage with it. And it's become this thing that is just constantly in the background no matter what I'm doing. It really is hard to deal with. And I think, honestly, being so exposed to it.
Someone just said it in chat, like, total Kiwi Farm's victory. Like, how would you not feel like so fucking happy as like a KF that was harassing Keffals for ages right now, seeing her do all this shit? So I just can't keep going. I just can't keep going day after day. It's like, oh, so we won. Okay, sweet. Like, what the fuck is this? What's the game plan here?
Sights up, and you want to kill yourself?
Sweet.
What do we waste all the time for? You should have just got to this part.
Has led me to being a more toxic person. It's also led to bad situations where I'm more closed off to criticism because whenever people are mad at me, even if they have a legitimate reason to be mad at me, this constant background radiation of just deranged bigotry is always there. And it's hard in my head to disassociate legitimate criticisms from the bigotry that is ever present.
You never know which one of those words to use.
And unfortunately, this is just the reality of not just being a YouTuber. This happens to every YouTuber, but this specifically is a thing that happens disproportionately to trans YouTubers, where bigots will just constantly target them and harass them. You can really tell when you start to look at like the comment numbers compared to the viewership numbers, and you kind of see that there is a disproportionate amount of comments because people are obsessively stalking and hating.
It's not, no, anytime a video gets negative attention, it gets a disproportionate amount of comments because negative attention is more likely to cause someone to engage. Like if someone's pissed off, they're more likely to leave a comment than if they're happy. That's just the way the fucking internet works.
This is like popcorn psychology when they talk about like restaurant reviews and shit. It's like such a basic concept.
Yeah, it's like so obvious. Dude.
People that they don't like
on
the basis of things like their gender identity. So a good example of this is, as a slopmeister myself who consumes quite a lot of slop.
Is that what they call themselves?
Slopmeister?
Oh, I heard slot, as in like...
Oh.
What the fuck?
Are you good?
No, I'm not. I'm not good. I'm ill. I have a sickness. Jesus.
Video on Nikocado Avocado. So this video has 1.4 million views, and despite having 1.4 million views, it only has 2,347 comments. So for comparison, the video I put out called Vosh and the Hypocrisy of Ethan Klein got about 86,000 views and has 4,992 comments, and that was after my moderators removed over 2,000 explicitly transphobic comments. I think one of the worst parts about it is that over the last 2 years, I've had people poke and prod me so much that they got me to react, which then creates a situation where people hated how I reacted to the harassment I was receiving, and I get harassed for my reaction to the harassment, creating this never-ending vitriolic cycle. But yeah, this is kind of just where I'm at. I just wanted to remind you all that
have you thought about like not posting online? Just a thought. Maybe
take a month
at Starbucks or some shit that hires trans people. I don't know. Like, come on.
Which Starbucks
I know what I have
doesn't
to do.
hire trans people?
That's what I'm saying. Is so go get a job at Starbucks because they hire trans people. Yeah.
With as long as I'm a YouTuber, and I'm gonna have my mods continue to remove the negative comments, and I'm going to continue to not search them out like I have been over the last 2 years now. I think I'm gonna do more of these short videos where I don't really have a script and I can just riff and then edit it together. If you are criticizing me in the comments and it isn't explicitly transphobic, then I'm not having my moderators remove it. I don't think that I'm immune to criticism. I'm absolutely okay with being criticized. I've fucked up in the past. There are definitely areas where I am worthy of critique, and I invite you to engage in that
This
critique.
fake YouTuber
bigotry is not
shit is so retarded.
Oh yeah, it's so fucking gay. It's so fucking gay.
critique. These are two separate things, and I want to make that very clear. Anyway, that's it for this video. I've covered everything that I need to cover.
Like, this bitch like just now talked about how I'm so criticism poisoned because there's just so much transphobia. I can't even listen to real criticism because they're bigots. So what are you talking about? You accept criticism?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But like, why even bother with virtue signal? Just say, look, if someone pisses me off in my comments, if they criticize me in a way I don't like, I'm going to ban them. It's my comments. Fuck you. Why don't you just say that? Why are you doing this gay self-flagellating? Oh, guys, I'll just try and be nice about how you criticize me. Like, no one fucking gives a shit. Dude.
Oh, that's because Keffals no longer has the balls to do that, I believe.
Okay, so we're going to watch a new 3-minute Keffals video. Again? What? Dude. There's no way. There's
a situation right now that I really want to talk about this YouTuber named Repsy. He has about 700,000
I don't
subscribers.
Get it. This woman is a psyop.
Yeah, this is just like embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. What is she doing?
This is a joke, right?
just released my 7-minute video crying about harassment. Time to release my 3-minute video crying about harassment.
Bro, it's like Poe's Law. Like, I don't know if this is a bit or not. It's making me ill.
Dude,
I know Kick is down.
Such a wretched fucking subhuman freak. Wait,
I think Kick just I think it just shit out.
Wait,
because Bumba and them were talking about it, and my fucking browser just refreshed and broke.
The fuck? I think mine's working.
Oh, yeah, I said that to them too, and then my browser just reset for nothing.
Mine's working, but sure.
He has been
when yours goes down in 3 minutes.
He said a bunch of incredibly bizarre and threatening statements towards me, and I honestly have just ignored it up until this point.
Wait, but he won. Wait, what's wrong about this? This is what she's crying about?
No, he won.
Until he came into my comment section today and said Kiwi Farms is right. So what's really bizarre about the situation is that Repsy and I actually were pretty amicable towards each other. We have DMs going back to just after I was swatted back in August 2022. He was being genuinely helpful and friendly. Then on August 29th of the same year, he posted a tweet that I had sent to a locked Twitter account. And he asked me for the context of this tweet. I know that on its own Twitter account. And he asked me for the context of this tweet. I know that on its own, this looks terrible. Here's the context of what I was replying to, which was a tweet about what the problems are in the
Okay, no, that is cropped pretty horrifically, yeah.
Boy community.
It's literally the what's bad thing. People who like raping kids. It's like, whoa, what's this tweet about you talking about people who like raping kids?
I stand by this. I think that the sexualization of minors is a huge problem in that community. Now, fast forward to the current day, I have not actually talked to Repsy since all of that went down. That was until Repsy decided to tag me in a tweet saying that he hopes that I unalive myself. Then he got suspended from Twitter, came back, and said that he hoped I get SA'd in prison. He's just been completely...
Wait. This is actually it's an overused meme at this point, but this is just the most base thing ever, just totally put into a video.
Arranged recently. Now again, I basically ignored all of this until now, but I decided to address this, and this also led to like the most bizarre back and forth on Twitter. I said, just saw this in my YouTube comments. This is just targeted harassment. If you want to side with a far-right forum that made multiple people unalive themselves, I can't stop you. But having big YouTubers go out of their way to say stuff like this to me is disgusting. Repsy quote tweeted this and called me a crybaby, said that he knew that I'd try to play victim, and that he has his own thread which he doesn't complain about, so I need to get over it. One of his fans actually called him out on this and said, "This is honestly the worst take from you. I don't care if you hate Claire or whatever, but being a smarmy prick about extreme harassment and doxing tells me you've taken steps back somewhere." And he just responds by trolling, saying, "I just ate a kiwi for lunch today. I don't know how my farmland is wrong. All I do is harvest kiwis all day long." Someone else posted this meme, Repsy when farmers share private information of Onision's victims, I sleep. Repsy when Keffals says feels bad, man. Real shit. And then he just admits that he's literally doing all of this because he finds harassing me fun, not because he even knows what's going on. One person asked him, what was Kiwi Farm?
This is so based. Jesus Christ. What was Kiwi Farms right about? I actually don't know. All I know is it's a troll meme at this point. I see people say it all the time, and it makes people go batshit insane in response. It's hilarious. Holy fuck. I never thought someone would make Repsy look this good. What the fuck?
Farms right about? And he said, I actually don't know. All I know is that it's a troll meme at this point.
Okay, I'm standing on my Keffals is cuter than before business seeing this video, says Jimberly in chat. You are fucking delusional, dude. You're ill.
I see people say all the time, and it makes
working for how many people? This is absurd.
People go batshit in response, and it's hilarious. It worked. Now, I don't want Repsy to be deplatformed. I don't even care. I just want to know why. Why is this acceptable? And why is it that a huge YouTuber can just get away with harassing smaller YouTubers and saying all of these awful, disgusting things? I never
I'm just a small YouTuber. I'm just small YouTuber. Keffals. Shut the
wanted any of this sort of engagement to happen in the first place. And I'd honestly be happy if he just left me alone.
Jesus.
What a nasty little freak. Can we expect another video in 5 minutes?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so apparently Keffals released this video. This is how I found out about this news. So she said she was moving on from drama. But then, out of nowhere, she drops this crazy video saying James Somerton is dead. Obviously, James Somerton is the homosexual man who has been harassed by Metica forum user HBomberGuy, HBomberGuy, for the last several months, and his sweetie squad. And they finally killed him. They finally got what they wanted. Apparently. I mean, there's no real confirmation, but it seems like James Somerton might be dead. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out. But Keffals brought the news to the forefront here with this video. 43k views, so she did well off of it. Not bad, Keffals. That was a decent video. Good job. Good job. Only took a gay man killing himself for you to get there. But yeah, we'll get into this. Kuihman, I'm here. You crushed on Kip. Great stuff here. Thank you, JP. That's appreciated.
James Somerton has taken a very, very dark turn. If you don't know who James Somerton is an LGBT YouTuber who has recently been at the center of a controversy following HBomberGuy putting out a comprehensive video essay about the issue of plagiarism on YouTube. James Somerton was one of the focal points of HBomberGuy's video.
James Somerton is a gay YouTuber with a degree in business administration who frequently refers to himself as
He's a gay YouTuber? That's a bit much, isn't it, Harris? Jesus Christ. Calm down.
marketing expert.
I'm a YouTuber, marketing expert, and film school grad. I'm also gay.
Cool. I looked at what he'd been accused of for myself, weighed up all the evidence as objectively as I could, and it quickly became clear he did do it. He's a massive plagiarist. In fact, there's a bunch of stuff no one else has found yet.
Yeah, kill him. Yeah, get him, Harris. Yeah.
He's just convinced his audience to attack people when they notice. And the worst part is, they do it in the name of defending a gay creator, when many of the people he has financially benefited from stealing from are queer themselves. I've never seen anyone try to put together a full explanation of what exactly happened here, because his
JXE plagiarized H-Bomber's cadence. That is so unbelievably true. Damn.
Fans will threaten you into silence for trying, which means there is no solid body of evidence to point to, so James can freely lie about what happened without anyone to contradict him.
The series of events that happened afterwards, where James Somerton puts out an apology video.
I'm sorry for taking so long to make this video or to say anything. I'm in the hospital
I've been in the hospital for a little over a week. Before I did it, I called my dad to talk to him one more time, and he figured out something was wrong.
What are you crying about? Get it together, man.
Paramedics or 911 or they got here, and I woke up in the hospital.
It was dogpiled and he deleted the video. He put out another apology video.
Just a disclosure, this video is monetized, but revenue from it will be sent along to HBomberGuy's team to be dispersed to the people whose work I plagiarized. If his team won't accept it, I'll be making monthly donations to Wikipedia and TransLifeline going forward. You may have also noticed that a few of my past videos have gone up on the channel again, and revenue from those as well will also be sent along with the revenue from this video. Over the last couple of months, I've been getting in touch with the people who I plagiarized to apologize.
I wonder if Becky's version of this apology video is the last thing you ever saw. Oh, man. Yeah, I tried watching some of that. I was cringing out. I can't do bits.
One-on-one instead of a mass apology.
Well,
it's a bit difficult because many of them don't have public email addresses, so I'm still working on it, but it is a top priority of mine. I've heard back from a few of them, and they were actually incredibly nice, accepting my apology and just imploring me to do better in the future.
He then deleted his second apology video, and then he tried to go back to making videos like nothing had ever happened. Unfortunately, the damage had already been done, and people were rightfully mad at him and unwilling to let him just go back to his life like nothing had ever happened. However, things have taken an incredibly dark turn, and I'll show you how. This message just got posted to James Somerton's Twitter account. If this message is live, it means I scheduled it before ending things. I have videos scheduled to go out over the next couple of days. Nothing new. I just wanted Nick's portfolio of work to be available. I've left instructions that any money from those videos be donated to the Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention. They've tried very hard to pull me back, but there's simply no life for me anymore. I've lost everything. My only friend, my livelihood, my name, and it's all my own fault. The world will be a little bit better off now. Goodbye. I found this post on the HBomberGuy subreddit, where it's currently being discussed. A stickied comment from one of the moderators of the subreddit says, "Hey all, we're trying to call in a wellness check on James, but we aren't currently sure where he lives. This post did come from his account, so it appears not to be fake. While it's valid to discuss the event and your own experiences relating to it, please be respectful and compassionate for him. Please report posts that are..."
So I just don't get how there's no confirmation. If this guy's dead, surely we would have some kind of confirmation by now. But no, all it is just, if you're seeing this message, it's already too late, and that's it.
Or celebrating this or otherwise dismissive of his humanity and well-being. If you don't see it, I currently have automod on to auto-delete comments and posts with enough reports. Update. We've done what we can at this moment, so we are no longer requesting information. If I do hear anything back that is willing to be disclosed, we will update. One of the comments on this post reads, "I desperately hope that he's lashing out again," which feels uncharitable to say, but I know what it's like to be in that dark place and have lost family to it. I'm sure he still has family and friends who love him. Whatever I feel about his attempts at restarting on YouTube, I just don't want this to be how the story ends. I have a lot of complicated thoughts about this situation. I genuinely hope that James Somerton is still alive. This is an awful situation. I think James Somerton obviously made horrible mistakes. He made a career off of stealing the work of other people before he deleted.
Wait, where was the mistake? Where's the mistake in that? That doesn't sound like a mistake. That sounds very intentional to me.
Deleted his Patreon. He was making $170,000 a year on a career that was based off of stealing the work of smaller creators and not giving them credit or financial compensation for the work that they put in. One of those creators in question is Jender, who James Somerton personally apologized to in his second deleted apology video, and this is what she had to say about the apology.
I'd also like to extend a personal apology to Jesse Earl, better known as Jender. Out of everyone that I spoke to who was also a YouTuber, Jesse was by far the kindest person. I think Jesse might be one of the kindest people I've ever met or ever encountered. We never actually met in person because of my hot-headedness, I drew her into just this anger spiral of mine that was unwarranted and absolutely ruined a possible friendship.
How does HBomberGuy address this shit? If he has actually killed himself, what the fuck is HBomb meant to do now? Like, seriously, like, if he gets pinned with the death of this guy, basically, surely they're gonna tone him. Surely all the lefties gonna tone him, or are they actually just gonna be like, oh no, it's just based actually. Plagiarists deserve it. Own it and get back to work. Fuck them. That's what I think, personally. That's what I think. He won't stand on business, that's for sure. That's true. That's... His subreddit is already hiding behind. He told his audience not to harass him, so it's all good. That is very retarded.
Jessie was actually doing her best to kind of mitigate my frustration and everything, and at that moment, and I just wasn't allowing her to do that, and I really, truly, honestly want to apologize to her for that. Again, if you ever get the chance to speak with Jessie one-on-one, or if you have gotten the chance, you'll know just how nice she is and how kind. And I was a real asshole for dragging her into my reactionary.
Max the Confess 0 super chatted $4.99. $4.99 from Max the Confess 0 Me Toka member killed a ninja? Honestly. Swag. 1000 Reddit gold emo.
Thank you for the $5, Max. Thank you, thank you.
Very unwarranted frustration. We haven't spoke since all of that happened. But Jessie, if you are watching this video, I do want you to know that I am honestly sorry for that. I hope, truly, honestly, I hope everything goes as well as possible for you, because you deserve all of it. There was a misunderstanding between Jessie and I after that happened that I do want to clear up, where someone who at least claimed to be a fan of Jessie's, did an internet and threatened to kill me, which is, being a person on the internet, death threats are unfortunately not uncommon. At the time, though, I was in a very panicked state, and so I did report it to the police. I did not report Jessie to the police, which is the misunderstanding that people came away with. I did not report Jessie to the police. I would have no reason to do that. And it did end up that this person had a prior record with the police of violent acts, and they actually lived quite near me. So the police took it very seriously. They took it so seriously that they implored me not to speak to Jessie, which I took their advice on, which I shouldn't have, honestly. I should have.
I mean, this is just like old shit. She's just playing this clip uninterrupted. Let's fucking skip this shit. What's Jessie Jender got to say? Is this Jessie Jender?
But I just want you to know that I am sorry.
Weirdo.
Now, having watched the clip, and maybe this is me just being overly empathetic watching this footage, but I want to say this up front before I get into the next part that I recorded earlier, which I recorded with some distance from having watched it this morning, which is to say, like, this does come across as very sincere, and and it might even be
that account name is fucking insane, dude.
Sincere. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being too empathetic. Because what I'm going to say next is going to kind of like actually talk earnestly about like what I feel about this, and I stand by all of it. But like, there's just a part of me that wrestles with it because it's like it does feel earnest, and I want to believe that. But as you'll see, it's difficult for me to do that for what I will now cut back to. Looking at his apology and what he says to me specifically and about the situation, I have very mixed feelings on that part of it. And I think it comes down to just the lack of ability to trust him at this stage of the game, and it's something that he readily admits to in the video, that his trust, people's trust in him has been destroyed.
Guys, take it easy on the
slurs,
slurs,
of the situation
please.
I just outlined, but because of the stuff with the plagiarism and him having plagiarized from people. Like, it's difficult to trust him on anything he says because of that, and how he has framed accusations of plagiarism before. And that kind of goes into this. Like, he has been accused of plagiarism before this, and every time he did, he always claimed, like, oh, they're coming to attack me. Like, HBomberGuy talked about this in his video. Like, when someone said, you plagiarized my video, James Somerton framed it as, like, they are harassing me, when that was not the case. They were literally just saying, you plagiarized from me, which was what happened. And again, check out HBomberGuy for the details on that. So when he discusses the situation, it just leads me to question.
This video fucking sucks. This video sucks, dude. I fucking hate Keffals. She's terrible at everything. It's insane.
Whether it is
even when she's selecting clips, she somehow manages to make the pace of the video like horrifically slow, grinds to a total halt.
True or not? And I'm not here to say that it isn't true, but I just don't have any. I just don't have any ability to trust that it is.
But at the same time, I think that this situation speaks to something that I and many other people have long seen as a problem with the internet in general. When people in a community, especially a marginalized community, we want to hold them accountable. But the problem is that there are no actual mechanisms for what accountability is supposed to look like, and everyone has their own different and unique idea of what accountability should be.
Wow,
so no one can
what a novel take, Keffals. What a novel and original take. Oh, I love hearing that. Thank you, Keffal. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen.
Truly be happy. And in a lot of circumstances, what this leads to is intense harassment campaigns and online scrutiny that lasts for years and destroys careers without any true way for people to redeem themselves after the mistakes that they've made. And when your livelihood is tied to how much people like you online, it can feel devastating, absolutely excruciatingly painful and alienating to watch as you're getting ruthlessly dragged online by thousands and thousands of people. If you have existing mental health conditions while you're also dealing with this, it can be a recipe.
Does this broad have psychomotor retardation or something? Yeah, I think that might be the case. I'm detecting hints of psychomotor retardation, yeah.
For absolute disaster, as it has been many, many, many times in the past. And I'm not defending James Somerton. As I said in this video already, I don't think that there is a justification for stealing any other creator's work. There are so many marginalized people on this platform who have struggled tooth and nail to have their voice heard, to grow a following. It is a dog-eat-dog industry where so many people get stepped on by other people so they can grow their own platforms. But at the same time, I think that what this really speaks to is that
you are the stepper, Keffals. You are a stepper. You are someone who has crushed other people to get where you are. Why are you acting like this isn't just you?
As a community, figure out better methods to actually hold each other accountable. Because when we don't have methods to hold each other accountable, what ends up happening is just online harassment, which is not a form of accountability. And it does take a real—
Dude, this video fucking sucks. Holy shit.
toll on people's mental health. Now, I think a lot of people feel like we can justify this. They forget the humanity behind everyone who is on the screen, and they just get into doing witch hunts for fun. But that doesn't actually help. And the problem with incentivizing this kind of behavior is, yeah, it might feel good to be part of the mob, but when the mob turns on you, no one is going to be there to help you. The top comment on the subreddit post read, I hope he doesn't follow through with this. Just because he's no longer credible as an essayist doesn't mean his life is unredeemable. And I agree. He obviously messed up. Maybe he can come back one day. If he continues to show that he is truly sorry, if he's willing.
Yeah, I James Somerton can still come back, guys. I believe. James Somerton can still come back. Necromancy.
To make amends with all of the people he's hurt, if he's willing to accept that not everyone is going to trust him anymore. But it really does make me have hope, seeing people actually have empathy for him, even though they don't like him and they think that he betrayed the trust of an entire community. We all need to strive to be like that. We all need to show compassion, even to people we don't think deserve it. This is truly one of the most hopeful and humanizing things I've seen on the internet, because so often it feels like we have lost all of our humanity in the ways that we treat each other.
Wow. Thank you, Keffals. Thank you, Keffals. What a great video, Keffals. Thank you, Keffals. Now, where's these tweets I've got to look at? No way. Are we back here again? My God, man. It actually just, it's never ending. You know who this is, don't you? You know who this is in these replies. This is JMAA. This is the guy that Maximilian Muzz's community trolled into eating his own shit on webcam. The one I went on Chud's stream once. He was in Chud's chat and he went on stream. And then I joined to bring that up. To remind him that there's video of him eating his own shit. He's also trans commie now. He's trans? So wait, I just donated enough so 2 trans people could access potentially life-saving services, and you are still mad? Fuck yourself, I guess. I'm happy with this outcome. Mad for what? You're just making it clearly evident that you're not going to rectify the claims made in the video. What claims is this about? Like I usually say, the last best time to delete the video is when you uploaded it. The other best time is now. No, I acted in good faith here, thinking you were making a claim about me exploiting a terrible situation for monetary gain. Now I am not making a cent off it, and the greater community is benefiting from it. You still being upset means you're a drama goblin, and I'm done talking. Person arguing with Keffals is JMAA. This is an individual who ate their own shit on camera at the behest of Maximilian Muzz's community. Donating to charities doesn't fix it. Yeah, okay. So I donated so 2 trans people could access. Okay. Well, I don't know if this was out of order, I guess. Your video has ads. That was the other tweet there. I can't really get what's going on here. She already said she donated the money she would make on this video, but she made no money. Even then, if she actually deactivated monetization on the video, like she says, then it is pretty much clear she was called out rather than because she felt like it in the start, which is honestly disingenuous. This is just so shit. I don't care what this shit-eating freak thinks, to be quite... Okay, this one's good. This one's good. So, Blood and Donuts here. Blood and Donuts here. Classic face doxer arsonist. I'm hexing this woman. Send me your best hexes. Guys, read from your Kabbalah. Pull out the Kabbalah. Blood and Donuts needs our assistance. Okay. 4th circle coin spell. Seek tribute. Dude, this person's such a freak. I think I created a monster retweet, and it will have lingering consequences on the internet as a whole. Shut the fuck up, goofy retard. Ugh. What a weird little freak. My tweet will have lingering consequences on the internet as a whole. Oh, dude. I am fucking so out of it. Okay. Well, I think that's the Keffals stuff, pretty much. I mean, she uploaded another video. I mean, I guess we'll do
this video was only possible.
Jesus Christ, shut up. We'll do this on 2x.
It's been over a day now, and there's still no word on what happened to James Somerton. HBomberGuy also has not responded.
See, look, she's doing this all for engagement. This is all for engagement. It's so transparent. She's started putting subtitles on the beginning. What is the point of this if not just to boost views? What is the point of this? Why did you put the extra effort in to put the subtitles at the beginning, which everyone knows the reason for this is because it increases viewer retention, which means you're more likely to get more people across that 30-second mark and boost it in the algorithm. Why have you started doing that? If this isn't for engagement, you're just covering the story because it's important to you. Come on now. Yeah, subtitles boost views. Yeah, it's a like a recent thing people start doing. I have seen Medica streaming Friday. Yep.
It's been over a day now, and there's still no word on what happened to James Somerton. HBomberGuy also has not responded to the situation as it's been unfolding. Some people have speculated that he may still be alive because comments left on his YouTube channel are actively getting deleted. However, that may not be true, as he said that he gave control of his YouTube channel to his editor so that the final round of videos that were in production could be put out and that the editor could still put those videos on his resume. As all of the information hasn't come out yet, we can only speculate on what actually happened, but given the fact that HBomberGuy hasn't made any sort of statement yet, I'm going to assume that he's taking the situation as seriously as—
Is he alive or dead? Claimed to be dead. We have no hard confirmation. So
he should. Other people are taking the situation and are being incredibly cynical and manipulative and trying to pin the blame onto other people, such as HBomberGuy and also Vosh. And again, we don't actually know whether or not James Somerton is even alive right now. This post on Twitter from Vito Comedy reads the following. Last week, James Somerton posted an apology video telling viewers he felt on the verge of— In a response video with over 150,000 views, Vosh attacked Somerton, accusing him of weaponizing the threat of self-harm for sympathy. Yesterday, Somerton took his own life, and he included this clip.
This content warning feels manipulative. It is. You would otherwise put it at the 28-minute mark. He did this in his last video, which he deleted. I only saw the first minute of it, and it was immediately him doing the YouTuber apology, like, I'm so sad, like, self-harm, I just came back from the hospital thing. Like, he's 100% weaponizing it. I expect nothing but dishonesty from him.
The same situation of trying to pin what happened to James Somerton onto other people was happening in other corners of the internet as well, with Peter Coffin getting roasted—
Oh, Vosh. Oh, Vosh. Oh, Vosh.
by Hank Green of all people, which I absolutely did not expect. Now, if you don't know who Peter Coffin is, he is a rather peculiar character on the internet. He got his start by kicking himself in the balls on national—
I'm not sure where he lives, Henry. I've got you might want to check on the YouTube drama subreddit. There's probably a lot of information on there.
television. No, I'm not kidding.
I think people didn't know his location, though. I think that's the part of the issue, because they tried to call a wellness check and they couldn't, I think.
He decided to weigh in on this entire situation. So Peter Coffin tweeted out a post from the HBomberGuy subreddit where people were discussing how they genuinely hope that if the situation comes to the worst and James Somerton is no longer alive, then it won't have a huge impact on HBomberGuy's mental health. And honestly, it absolutely will. This is a terrible situation to be in, and I do not envy that man in the slightest. So Peter Coffin commented on it saying, "This is the most insane shit anyone has ever written. This does not even mention that James Somerton may be dead." A commenter replied, "It's because people are actively attacking and blaming HBomberGuy as if he killed James when there was ultimately nothing he did wrong. You cannot blame someone for someone else's suicide. Their mental state is their responsibility, and all he did was discuss his plagiarism." To which Peter Coffin responds, "If he is dead, HBomb absolutely led the charge in killing him," which led Hank Green to weigh in saying, "Fucking disgusting tweet, my dude." Because let's be honest here.
Wait, but why is it a lie, though? They would not have this take, this such a gunk-guarding take of HBomberGuy if HBomberGuy was like a right-winger. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this was a right-winger calling out gay video essayists for plagiarism? They would all be like, you killed James, you killed Jimmy. Jimmy was my best friend. And you killed him. That would be all of them. That would be every single Twitter account right now. It's so pathetic and transparent.
Blaming anyone else for this situation is disgusting. James Somerton legitimately did very terrible things. He stole from other people, and he made a career off of stealing from other people. Exposing to the world that his career was based off of theft does not warrant taking your own life. And I really hope that this situation isn't true. I hope for his own sake that he didn't go through with it, or that this was some sort of publicity stunt. But trying to blame the situation on other people is disgusting. And the same can be said for Vosh in this circumstance. Personally, when I see people saying that they have made attempts to harm themselves, my first instinct isn't to jump and say, oh, they're just making this up for attention. They're just trying to do a sympathy grab. Because you run the risk where these clips being used to portray you as an absolute monster if the situation turns out to be true and they are actually at risk of hurting themselves. But that said, I don't think that Vosh is responsible for this either, especially because he is only one of dozens and dozens of creators who are commenting on the situation in the first place. And I think if anything, we should be talking about the entire landscape of YouTube and how it incentivizes these kinds of dogpiles to happen, regardless if the people on the receiving end of these dogpiles even deserve it or not. I'll keep you all up to date as the situation unfolds. I'm following this really closely, and I really hope that we get some answers.
Well, okay. I think that's the Keffal stuff, really. It's pretty lame. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. All Keffal's content is lame. Continued descent. Well, not even descent. She can't really go much lower.